Day 69, business as a vessel of blessings. Imagine this. You're scrolling through your feed late at night and you're feeling overwhelmed, wondering if your business even matters. And then a message from someone that you helped months ago. They tell you that your advice changed their life, that they're finally had that breakthrough that they've been praying for. And in that moment, you realize something. You realize something very powerful. Your business isn't just about income that you generated, it's about the impact that you make. It's about touching the lives of others, the hope that you restore, and the purpose that you fulfill. See, too many of us get caught up in those numbers, the revenue goals, the follow counts, the conversion rates. And yes, those things are important, but they're not the heart of what you're building. Today, I want you to talk about something deeper, something that will transform not just your business, but your entire approach to entrepreneurship. Let's talk about your message, your products, and your presence, how they can become a vessel of blessings for others. So, this is day 69 of our journey together. And today's message is about remembering why you started. I want to share something personal with you. Whenever I first started my business, I was driving all the wrong things. I wanted success. I wanted the recognition. I wanted the financial freedom. And there's nothing wrong with that, wanting all of those things. But I was empty on the inside because I had forgotten what the most important question was. Who am I serving and why? Everything shifted the day I stopped asking, how can I make more money? And started asking, how can I make more impact? I remember a single mom saying that she wanted so much more for her and her kids. And that is an impact that you want to help, knowing that you can help somebody else work remotely from any. She just wanted to say thank you. And in that moment, it was something profound. When you lead with heart, everything changes. Your audience doesn't just hear your words, they feel your intentions. They sense whether you are there to serve them or just to sell them. And here's the beautiful part. God honors the hearts that serve. And when you align your business with purpose, when you let faith guide your decisions, when you tap into something that's bigger than marketing strategies and sales funnels, you become part of the divine plan to bless others through the gifts that He's given us and given you. Think of your business as a vessel, not just a vehicle for profit, but the container for hope, encouragement, and transformation. Every single post you write, every product that you create, every comment that you leave, every email that you send is a seed. And that seed has the potential to encourage someone who's on the verge of giving up. It can inspire someone to take the next step they've been afraid to take. It can remind someone that they're not alone in their struggle. Let me give you a practical example. I know an entrepreneur who sells digital planners. She talks about the overwhelmed mom who finally felt organized, the burnout professional who rediscovered work-life balance, the anxious students who found peace and structure. Her business is about planners. It's about giving people their lives back. That's what is meant to be a vessel. Here's the principle that will transform your business. Serve first. Be generous with your knowledge. I see so many entrepreneurs holding back their best insights just because they're afraid people won't buy if they give too much away for free. But that's a scarcity thinking, and it's rooted in fear, not faith. When you serve first, when you give generously, you're demonstrating that you have the abundance of value to offer. I've learned this from my mentor who gave me hours of her when I had nothing to offer her in return. She shared strategies and introduced me to contacts, reviewed my work, and without any expectations of anything back. And you know what? When I was finally in position to invest in coaching, she was the first person I thought of, not because I owed her, but because her generosity proved her character, integrity, and kindness will always attract the right people. Always. Think about the business that you love and trust. I bet that they're the ones that have helped you before you even bought from them. They answered your questions and your comments. They created free resources that actually solved your problems. They showed up consistently with value, not just sell pitches. That's the kind of businesses that becomes a blessing. Now, let me tell you something that will sustain you through the hard seasons. Purpose will keep you grounded when profits fluctuate. And trust me, the profits will fluctuate. There will be months when everything clicks and months when nothing seems to work. There will be launches that exceed your expectation and launches that fall flat. If you're only motivated by money, you'll quit when things get tough. But if you're anchored in your purpose, if you know what your calling is to serve, you'll keep going. I remember a season in my business where revenue dropped by 40% in a single quarter. I was terrified. I questioned everything. But during that season, I received more messages of gratitude than ever before. People were being transformed by content that I was creating. And even though they weren't buying and I had a choice, I could panic and abandon my mission, or I could trust it, faithful to serving and the provision that would come, and I chose to trust. So here's what I've learned to be true. I've seen it proven over and over again. When you bless others, blessings have a way of finding you back. Not always immediately, not always the way you expect, but God sees your heart. He sees your faithfulness, and He will honor it. I've watched clients come from the most unexpected places. I've seen opportunities open up that I never could have orchestrated on my own. I've experienced provisions that defied logic, all because I commit to being a blessing first. So here's my challenge for you today. I want you to take this seriously. Find one way to bless someone in your business today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Maybe it's sharing a piece of encouragement with your email list, something they need to hear that has nothing to do with selling. Maybe it's creating a free resource that solves a real problem with your audience that they're facing. Maybe it's reaching out to a client or a customer, simply asking how they're doing. How can you pray for them? I know a business owner who started a practice of praying for one customer by name every single day. She didn't tell them she was doing it. She didn't make it part of her marketing. She just did it because she genuinely cared about their well-being. And you know what happened? Her business grew in ways that she never anticipated. Not because prayer was a strategy, but because her heart was aligned with God's heart for people. When you genuinely care about blessing others, it changes your entire energy of your business. So here's a practical idea. Share a testimonial from someone that you've helped and celebrate the win publicly. Offer a free consultation or an audit to someone who can't afford your services. Create a piece of content that you get asked most often, and send a handwritten note to a client thanking them or for trusting you. Introduce 2 people into your network who could benefit from knowing each other, and then a certain action. It doesn't matter how much as intention is behind it, but be the blessing today. So let me bring this home for you. Business is done with heart, becomes a ministry in motion. When you infuse your entrepreneurship with purpose, when you lead with love and serve with generosity, you're not just being a company, you're fulfilling a calling. You're participating in something external. Every person that you help, every life you touch, every moment of hope that you provide, that's kingdom work. That's what it means to use your business as a vessel of blessings. So as we go forward from here, I want you to hold on to this truth. Your business matters, not just because of what it provides for you and your family, though that's important, but because of what it provides for others, because of the impact you're making, hope that you're spreading, the purpose that you're fulfilling. Don't let the challenges discourage you, friend. Don't let the slow seasons make you doubt. Keep leading with love, keep serving with excellence, and keep trusting that when you bless others, you're planting the seeds that will bear the fruit in due season. So remember this, friend. You're not just building a business. You're building a legacy of impact. You're creating ripples of blessings that will extend far beyond what you can see. So keep going, keep serving, keep leading with your heart, and the world needs what you have to offer. And God is honored when you offer it with love. I'm cheering you on. And now go out there and be a blessing that someone needs today, because guess what, friend? You are. Have a blessed one.